Hey y'all, it's Mindy and welcome back to my channel. Today we are back in the kitchen cooking up some delicious chicken pot pie. The last time we were together, we made some homemade chicken broth and we deboned all of this chicken. So those are two things that we've already got ready for us today. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add 2 chicken bouillon cubes to a quart of our broth, and that just really adds a deeper flavor that is perfect for this chicken pot pie. So now we're going to get our veggies cut up and get them sauteing, and this is just kind of my go-to medley for a lot of things. Carrots, usually 2 carrots, 2 celery stalks, and half an onion diced, a couple cloves of garlic. And then, you know me, I always like to saute my stuff in bacon grease. But of course, you can use whatever grease you want to use. You can use butter, but we're just going to get these sauteing in a little bit of bacon grease.
These empty vows come again no more. Oh, it's all pretend. So don't you worry now, don't you worry now. All this soon will end. Don't you worry now, don't you worry now, my love. It's not safe to be on your own. It's so far from home.
I usually let my veggies cook about 10 to 15 minutes, just until they're nice and tender. You don't have to worry about them really being soft because they will continue cooking in the oven. Now we are going to put in our half a cup of butter and get that melting. Once that is good and melted, then we're going to add in our all-purpose flour. For my recipe today, I'm using 2/3 cup flour, and that worked out the best for me. Some recipes call for 1 cup, but that would have been a little too much for the amount of liquid I had. So I'm going to add in my flour and get that turned into a roux. Let that cook for a couple minutes and keep stirring so you don't burn it. Then we're going to add in our chicken broth and keep stirring that, and I like to use a whisk. Once we have got the consistency that we're looking for, then we'll start adding back in our veggies. And what I did today was when I added in my can of corn, I did leave the water in there just to kind of thin out my sauce just a little bit more. Added in the cooked chicken, and now this is ready to go. All we've got to do is top it with our pie crust. I'm going to link the video. This is my homemade pie crust, and I did a video on that, so I'll link it in the description box down below if you're interested in seeing how I make my homemade pie crust. Now, it's not the most beautiful topping here, but we're going to make it work. That's all that matters. And I'm just folding in the sides that are hanging over, and then I'm going to go through and do some vent holes. You want to be sure to do that so steam can escape. And I like to do the little chicken feet vent holes, but you can do it however you want to do it. And the last thing we're going to do before we put it in the oven is we're going to do an egg wash on the top of the pie crust. This is just going to give us that beautiful golden brown color at the end and has it not look so dry. It's just, egg washes make things look so much prettier. You can also use, butter or melted butter or something, but I just prefer how the egg wash looks on it a lot better. I do recommend putting your pie on a cookie sheet or some kind of pan to catch the drippings, because more than likely the filling will bubble over some. And we're going to put it in our oven at 350 degrees for 1 hour. I almost forgot to record pulling it out of the oven. And we had dug into it after I let it sit for about 15 minutes to thicken up a little bit. And this is what we're left with by the time I bring my camera out. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, consider subscribing to my channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye y'all.